So it's the run up to the Blackpool Magic Convention 2023, and I am interviewing some of the movers and shakers in the dealer hall at Blackpool this year. And one of the biggest booths that's there every year is the world's largest magic shop, the one and only Penguin Magic. And I've got Nick from Penguin Magic sitting here right now, and he's about to spill the beans on some of the stuff that's coming up at Blackpool 2023. How you doing, Nick?
Good. Thanks for having me over here, Craig. I was just like, yeah, why wouldn't let's talk Blackpool on Craig's channel. Let's do it.
I'm so excited. I really am, because you guys always bring it. You always bring it. I remember genuinely one of my, if not my favorite trick from Blackpool 2022 was Vanishing Card, which you debuted on the Blackpool stand last year. And that was
And I like to say that it's calculated. It is now. It is now. We do make sure that we have things for the big events. But before, like, first of all, I can't believe I've been at Blackpool for like 10 years now. But before, we would just get lucky, like, oh, I don't know, what's out? What can we bring? But now, now we have some pretty planned releases, and I have well, a lot of this stuff, Craig, I'll be honest, I haven't even opened myself. I just gathered it up before I came over here. I was like, I'm on with Craig in a couple hours. Where's all the stuff? You know, because a lot of times I don't even see it till I get there. And one of like a couple of these things, I don't even think there's videos yet. Like I'll be making them before I even get there. So you're gonna see there's some familiar names, but some new stuff here. So yeah. What do you think? I guess I can start with maybe our biggest thing, but it was released today. Like today, there was an email that went out about it.
Wow.
And
let's talk about it.
That is, and I think this is what everybody's going to be probably coming to the booth for. At least I hope. The brand new Juan Tamariz book here, Letters from Juan, Volume 1.
Wow.
This is wild.
How did you guys organize that one? I mean, that is amazing.
And I can't believe, like, look, we didn't try to keep this hidden or anything like that, but it's just that it just stayed under wraps for the last couple of years that we've been in production with Juan on these. And so when it was today, I was like, man, they don't even know what's coming. Like, this is unreleased, brand new Juan, and these are tricks. So in this book, the Letters from Juan, Volume 1, I believe there are 6 of these in the works. So we are going to have consistent Juan material for the next, I don't have timeframes, but I would assume a couple of years here. So in this volume, you're going to get four routines. One is a trick called the shovel, where 7 people pick cards and they're laid out in a row, and whatever card they point to is their card. It's a miracle. There's an addition to mnemonica on here, where if you have mnemonica stack, Juan teaches you a way to do a color separation from that stack that wasn't published in mnemonica. There is a color changing knives routine in here that's, I know there's a color changing knives routine in Sonata, but this is a little bit different. It has a card stab involved along with a color changing knife. And the last routine is an oil and water, which Juan has kept to his chest and says that it is his favorite oil and water routine. Even though, even the one that he does in his show, he says this is the one that he prefers. Insane. Wow. But the overall point of this book too, Craig, is that these are, he says he's stepping away from the theater and focusing back on close-up, and he's going to finally share the secrets that he's gathered over the years. So this volume contains secrets that Di Vernon shared with him generally. But he says he's also going to be releasing things with Fred Capps and Ascanio and all these other legends that we never hear anything about anymore. So this is an incredible project that I'm obviously excited about.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, and it's only $25 American.
What?
I know, I know, it's crazy, right?
Hang on, you've got new Juan Tamariz material in a brand new book, and you're only charging $25 for it.
Hey, it wasn't my call, that was for sure. But I guess the eventual goal is after all 6 are released, there'll be like, you know, a nice hardbound edition. But for right now, this is good stuff to get your hands on, and I will have copies available this at the booth. So if you're coming to Blackpool and you don't want to wait longer than, international shipping and all that stuff, I'll have them there. So, wow.
Okay, I got to be honest with you, Nick. You've just peaked. I mean, you've left. We're done now.
How do you top this? I mean, I don't think I can. Maybe I can. Well, I'll show you something else here that will be on the stand. Do you want to see something else?
Yes, I do.
I'll show you all this stuff.
Yes, I do.
Let's go with a trick that has been out before, but been off the market for a minute, and we've redone it and made the gimmicks even better. And I'm curious to know if you know this trick. You must. I don't know. Do you remember Envelope by Brandon David and Chris Turchi?
The name rings a bell. Yeah.
So the effect is you show a white envelope and you say, I have a prediction card. It goes in this envelope and you place it in your back pocket. And then you bring out the deck of cards. The card is chosen. It's signed, it's put back into the deck. And then the deck changes instantly into that white envelope. And then inside the envelope is the signed card.
Didn't Paul Harris have something to do with this?
I believe so. I believe the original release might have been the Paul Harris. So this is Envelope. It's the same trick, except the gimmick has been, well, the old one was kind of just made of paper, and it would be easily be destroyed. So now you're able to get it in a Tyvek envelope, and there's an interesting, not able to do the routine, but there is an interesting thing going on here with the deck where it can look like you have like a whole lot of cards in your hand. So it's a reimagined gimmick, stronger, more durable gimmick that you're going to be able to use for a long time. And this is a powerful trick. It's a super strong trick. So if you're familiar with this trick out there, it is available again and redesigned. So we'll have this.
Right.
Speaking of great tricks,
there's a lot you can do with that. Like you just described it there as a transposition, but you can use it as the end of an ambitious card. You can use it as like, there's so many different ways you can go with something like that.
Yeah, it's a very, I mean, that was one of those early 2010 Paul Harris type tricks. So you remember that like line of stuff that came out that everything was just a hit, and that was definitely one of them. Yeah. We also go. Yeah.
I was just saying, I love that trick.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's great.
The new version, I reckon that's going to be even better. That's
brilliant. I literally just got that in my hands like 3 hours ago.
And there's going to be so many people that have got into Magic that have never even seen that or heard of that in the last.
I know it's going to fool you dead when you see it because it's very unexpected. We also have, of course, the trick of the year at this point over at Penguin, Laced Up by Donovan Mount.
What's the thing that everyone's talking about? How are you going to dem that behind the booth with you? You going to walk out in front of the booth?
Do I have it here? Where's my backpack? Is that in the car? See, take a peek of my backpack is around here. I'll show you how I'm going to demo it. If I have it here, I thought I did. I think it might be in the closet. Check the closet. Yeah, because we demoed it at Magi Fest a couple of weeks ago, and before Magi Fest, I had to think like, how am I going to demo this thing, right? Like, we're not going to stick our feet up on the table the whole time, but I will show you if I think I have it here. I think I have it here, but Laced Up.
Laced Up is brilliant.
You did do it, right?
Reviewed it.
Yeah, you did.
I review it. I gave it the, I think, second best trick of the year or third.
That's right. That's right. Is there a shoe in there? I think there is. Wait till you see this thing. It is. All right, so this is how it's going to get demoed, Craig. So if you come by the booth, and I think we'll probably do it this way. So I have these little mannequin shoes.
Love it. That's great.
So we'll have these up on the table. And if you buy Laced Up, I think we'll be letting everybody sign the shoe. So if you pick up Laced Up at Blackpool, we'll have you sign the shoe, and maybe who knows, maybe we'll give it away at the end of the convention or something. But yeah, we'll have a bunch of these hanging out on the table. So if you come by, you'll see the shoes.
So unique, it's so different, it's so commercial, it's so practical, everything. It's just brilliant.
Yeah. I remember when I saw it, got in the submission process, I was just like, I have no idea how that works. And I just assumed it was probably not practical, probably some crazy setup that we're probably going to say no to. And I couldn't even believe how good of a method that is. Yeah, what a great trick. So come by the booth. We'll be demoing Laced Up, and you'll see how practical it actually is, because it really is, which is wild. Brand new trick, not released yet. I think will be released during Blackpool.
Okay.
And I don't want to show you this trick because I want to let her show everybody the trick. But we will be having a brand new Amanda Nepo trick as well. The name of
Well,
this trick,
Diamond Cutter was amazing.
wasn't that cool?
I
Wasn't that
love
fun?
Diamond. I love Diamond Cutter, and her Penguin Live, one of the best of 2022.
She just thinks differently, right? Like she's got some different methods here,
Very
and
fresh, very unique, very
yeah, yep. And well, she's got a new trick here, Gum and Get Some, by Amanda Nepo, and this is a trick that uses some chewing gum. So it will be coming with a gimmick, some gimmick gum here. But I will, I'm going to save that one because I'm not quite sure. You know, I don't. She might have some plans for it there. So, but Gum and Get Some by Amanda Nepo.
Lecturing there, isn't she?
Yeah, she will be lecturing. She will have units of this, and we will also have it at the booth as well. So if anybody, yeah, so I want her to be able to show everybody that before I do my whatever crazy demo of it is. But that we're excited about that one. It's got some hot packaging too. Get a little.
I've never even heard of anything like that.
Yeah.
Because Diamond Cutter was obviously released off the back of her Penguin Live, but I don't remember seeing a gum trick on her Penguin Live.
Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, I don't think it's on there. It shouldn't be because Diamond Cutter was, right. I believe it was.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Well, a version of it was. Yeah.
Yeah, Gum and Get Some is something completely different that's been in production for quite a while. So we're excited.
Well,
I think
while people are waiting, go and get Diamond Cutter. It's so good.
so I do think that will get released probably the week of Blackpool. So then we get to, we have, what do I have here? 3 more things I want to show you. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Okay.
We have our usual Roddy McGhie madness, right?
What are you going to be on the stand again?
Roddy's going to be at the stand again. And as always, Roddy will have, well, this year, not 1, but I believe 2 new effects. So you'll have to come by, and one of which, well, I'll show you the first one here. This first one is a trick called Predictions, an effect by Roddy McGhie.
Okay.
And the effect is essentially you're showing somebody a card trick and you ask their name. So you bring out the deck and you ask their name, and then you get taken back for a second. You say, that's incredible, because and now in Roddy's case, it's his daughter. But I'll just say for my own self, I said, my nephew said I would meet somebody named Craig, right? And he makes these cards, right? He makes these really fun cards. He draws on them. These are his predictions, yeah. And he draws these really fun cards, right? You can see all these are hand drawn. But he said that this card Stacy would pick, and this card here, the Queen of Hearts, Jen would pick, and then this card, the 9 of Clubs, this one was for Mandy. The Ace of Spades, that one was for somebody else. But this card right here, Craig, this one was for you. This is the one he said was yours. Now, I don't really have the table space here in front of me, but you're able to name any card. And essentially that card that we lay face down on the table is the card that you name. So it becomes any one of the named fun looking kids cards, and it comes with this awesome deck here as well. It's essentially Paul Curry's Touch, all right, done with a completely gaffed deck of kids cards. But you'll have to come see the demo of it. But I mean, just look how amazing these cards are, right? Actually, these were hand drawn and imagined by Roddy's daughter, I'm pretty sure. So she's just as creative as he is.
That's awesome.
Yeah, really cool, right? But the premises alone, being able to carry around these fun looking cards and the prediction is correct, is a really fun routine. I think if you came by and saw this one, you'd just be like struck by how charming it is. So it's a really great trick.
That looks really fun, especially
it's a fun one.
Especially if you work in a family restaurant, I imagine, or something like that. really
Yeah,
good.
and I mean, this is, and I know this because I've seen Roddy actually do this trick for like a decade now. I know that this is his like walk around opener. He probably like opens with some other gags and stuff, but this is like one of the first tricks he will show you at like a cocktail hour. So it's very cool, and it gives gives you an excuse to talk about your kids or your family or whatever. So I think this is really for anyone. It's great. It's a great trick.
Right.
So that is one of two Roddy McGhie tricks. We have two more things to show you here. One of which is this is so good. This next thing, Craig.
Okay.
And I can't remember if I showed this to you when you were in Columbus or not. But it's Dan Harlan. And
Right.
it is, and I know this kind of came out on Penguin last week, but this didn't come out on Penguin last week. And we're talking about this right here. All right. Cartoon by Dan Harlan. But I know you can't quite tell here, but like, look, check this out. Check this out. Here, this is a fun way to do it. This is this box might look normal on the screen here, but here's a regular size card, Craig.
Oh,
right? Why would the box be so big if a card is only this big, right? And that is because this is the jumbo version of Cartoon.
I saw you do this when
Yeah.
when I was at the P3 Theatre. You opened with this, and I
That's right.
said to you, when can I get one? You killed that audience with this, Nick, and I was like, oh my God, do I have to follow this? I
can't follow Cartoon. Man,
Cartoon to a big group of people, everyone could see it, and it was just awesome.
And I would argue, like, once you get this in your hand, I honestly don't even want to do the regular size version anymore. Of course I still do. It's a great trick, but because you remember, like, at some point jumbo cards became really like thin and kind of flimsy.
Yep.
It works perfect for the flip book. You could never have done this with the old ones before, right? But now we're talking jumbo version of Cartoon, and it's just so much more bigger, and I might have had one reversed in there.
But a mile off. That's
brilliant.
Yeah.
It's so much better. And like, not that like it's a cartoon card trick. So it even makes sense that it's big and funny looking, right? Like, not that you would carry around this at walk around. You could, it would be really fun, but I think it's like, this almost feels like it's the way it was supposed to be.
Yeah. This is a great idea. Why has nobody done this before, Nick? I mean, this is an amazing idea.
Yeah, it is very nice. And it does have the updated art that Dan is excited about. Like, Dan redid the art on this so that, let me fix that one reverse card in there. So, okay. That the art, because before when you did Cartoon, it had that one moment when the magician pulled the card out of the hat and it was kind of folded in a way that it looked like bunny ears. Now he produces a bunny and then shakes it and it changes into a card. Now, weird, like, it's a small edition, but like, weirdly, when you stop and do it that way, like, people actually like, it gives like, it's embarrassing to say that people give a reaction when the stick figure magician changes the bunny into a card. I don't know why, but they do. It doesn't make any sense. It's just a drawing, but yeah. He also has changed the ending card. I still have one reversed in there. This ending card sequence here with the scribbles. You know how Dan is like a mad genius. Yeah. He actually has a reasoning as to how that thing is designed, so it should look like any card. It's the small details, right? It's the details of doing this trick for as long as he has. He's got all of them in there now. So anyway, we're excited about the re-release of, or the debut of Jumbo Cartoon. So,
that's gonna fly out. I know that's gonna fly out.
Yeah, well, this is one of those weird ones, right? Where it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's like, how many it was very difficult to figure out how many of these to bring. So Jumbo Cartoon, that we will have on the booth. And we have one last trick. And maybe I should have saved Cartoon here for the end, because I don't really think I can do this one yet either, but it is a brand new Roddy McGhie trick. And he's been demoing this thing around Blackpool for the last few years. It's this baggy trick where a card vanishes in the bag. Have you seen that?
I have. He showed it me when I interviewed him. It was just the most amazing thing I'd ever seen.
Yeah, well, it should be there. Lucid by Roddy McGhie. And essentially what it is, and maybe I'll try to set one up here. And it's these plastic bags that you get where you can vanish or produce or change. Well, it's going to come set up with playing cards, but I believe it can do pretty much anything that's flat. Again, this is one of those things, I just got my hand on it this afternoon, so I'm not even quite sure. But that's like what it kind of looks like. And I'm almost terrified to do it here because I've never done it, but like you just give the baggie a shake. And, I did it off camera there, but it would disappear. The card would disappear in the bag. And they come pre-made, ready to go. But Roddy's been showing this around for a few years now over at Blackpool. So I know a lot of people have seen it, but now you can buy it. So that will be there as well.
I remember interviewing Roddy, and he said that this is the best thing he's ever created. And considering this is a guy that's we're talking about stuff like Little Hand, we're talking about stuff like
I mean, he's got too many to list at this point. Little Door.
That's it, yeah.
DNT, Xerox, there's a million tricks.
Sticker
Pointception,
trick of the year, sticker kicker.
Sticker kicker.
Are you going to have sticker kicker there? It's the trick of the year.
I don't think we'll have sticker kicker there. So a lot of these things we ran out of stock on, like during the Black Friday and all that. So sometimes when I'm like, hey, can I get inventory of this? I can't, because like some of it's like going to customers and things. I know, like with Laced Up, I wasn't able to get as many units as I wanted to get for Blackpool because like so many of them are accounted for already. So yeah, so that's what we have. We have Letters from Juan, Envelope 2.0, Laced Up, Jumbo Cartoon, Predictions by Roddy McGhie. We get some new Amanda Nepo and Come and Get Some. We'll also have Ultra Lucky Coin on the stand by Eric Tate, and I believe that's it. I believe that is it.
Well, I mean, wow. I mean, that's quite a lineup there, Nick.
Yeah.
Quite a lineup.
But come get the Tamariz book. I already know that, like, because we emailed about it today, and it is selling like crazy, especially because of at the price it's at $25. So it went from me thinking, well, it's coming up before Blackpool, so maybe a lot of people already have it, to, I might have the last copies of the book, right? Because it is going very quickly.
That's amazing. I know that the Penguin booth is going to be just rammed with you and Roddy and Eric behind there and all of this new stuff. Man, wow, that's it.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
Yep. So it'll be fun to see everybody over there at Blackpool. Come hang out.
And the question is, if somebody wants to come and buy everything, are there deals to be done? Can someone come over and go, give me a good deal?
Probably not, but most likely not. Back in the Wild West, when I didn't have like an iPad that I needed to enter everything into, different story. But yeah, these days, the master penguin says no deals. So, but yeah, we'll see what happens.
Right. And all of these are going to get damned by you and Eric and
of course, yeah, we'll be demonstrating everything, except I won't read you the Juan Tamariz book. That's what I won't do.
I'm expecting a full dem of the other one.
Oh yeah, but we probably will do the tricks from the book. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't seen how hard they are yet. I remember like during COVID, during 2020 is when I first had the draft of this. And I remember reading the first trick in the book, the shovel here. And it was just a very, very, very smart, easy to do routine. So I think that's what's going to be great about these is it's tricks. We've been reading a lot of theory from Juan for a long time, and we've known all of his stuff is great, but it's like, holy crap, there's 4 new Juan Tamariz routine. That's
what we want. We want tricks.
There's more to come. There's more to come as well. So yeah, we're in a good position, Matt. We're lucky that this exists. So, yep, come get one.
Nick, this is amazing. I cannot wait. You're going to be the first booth that I go up to at Penguin.
Okay, yeah, you better be. You better. I'll keep this sectioned off for you, so you can.
Yeah. Just put me one of everything aside, and I'll be over there.
Yeah, and then we'll have you over during Magic Live, possibly.
I believe I'm there. Yeah, I believe I'm there.
And we'll probably have all. I know there's some Craig Petty releases in the works, so we'll. I'm sure we'll see those there.
Well, there you go. That's it. I definitely need to be there then. Yeah.
I don't want to do them.
I had a blast with Magic Live, with Chopper. I've never been so tired in my life, but
I know.
Yeah,
you haven't even done the trick since then, right?
No, I'm done. I'm done. Yeah, that's it. It's like it put me off chopping Keymaster for life.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, it'll do that. But you'll also learn new things about the routine that you didn't even realize were good, right?
Yeah.
Which is why I still love being behind the booth.
Absolutely. 100%. Well, I can't wait to see you.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Who's watching this, go over to the Penguin booth. And if you're not going to be at Blackpool, there's a link down below to Penguin. Go and sign up for their mailing list. You get a bunch of free tricks anyway when you sign up, and then you'll get notified when these things get released anyway, so you can get them, after the convention. Yeah,
I think everything should be available pretty soon, except for the jumbo cartoon. The packaging we're waiting for, and so it might be a little bit more of a longer wait. But I'm bringing them anyway to Blackpool because I know you guys out there. You don't even need it. You just want the trick. Give it to me. Well, I'll have them there for you. So
yeah. I need at least 2 copies of that jumbo card.
That's one that lives in your case.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And I know it's gonna kill. I know
it's good.
Well, you know what? One of my favorite tricks from Magic Live was the Awakening. First time I saw you do the Awakening. I've been telling people I was on that booth with you for like 3 days. I was watching you over and over again. It wasn't until the end of the final day that I actually figured out how the trick worked. I saw it 100 times and I couldn't figure it out.
I told you I was in the same boat. I watched Dan open the magic show for like 7 years with that trick. And I was always fooled by it, but I never really cared how it worked. I was like, well, it's gotta be special rope or something. I don't know, but I never thought about it. And then one time I was at a convention that Dan was lecturing at and he taught it. And it blew my mind when he said the method. I was like, it can't be. 7 years and I never knew about that. Yeah, Awakening's one of the best rope tricks ever, and accessible for anybody.
It really is. It really is. But you can't get it from the booth, but you can get it from Penguin. So go.
Go to Penguin. We can only bring so much to these things. So come hang out, and let's make sure that we hang out as well.
Definitely. I'm going to drag you to the Ruskin one night.
Okay. Yeah. Promise.
I promise I'm going to drag you there. Drag you and Eric.
Yeah. I'll bring Eric. Let's bring Eric as well. And Roddy. I don't even know what Roddy might be sitting on this year. What's Roddy going to be showing around this year?
He'll be showing the next 4 years worth of Penguin releases. He'll just be showing something that'll come out in 2027.
Yep. For sure.
Nick, it's been a pleasure chatting to you. Thank you so much. I know how busy you are. So
thanks for having me, Craig. Made all the time in the world.
Really appreciate it. And I will see you at Blackpool, my friend.
Woo!
Yeah.